Vijay Akshar Academy YouTube channel. In this session, I am going to discuss electrostatic potential and capacitance of parallel plate capacitor. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Please share your valuable comments in the comment section. Okay, let us go to the today's session. First one. Capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor. Here this is the parallel plate capacitor, A one plate and B is the another plate. These two are separated by distance D. One is a positive plate and other is a negative plate. So let D be the distance between two plates of capacitor. This is the separation of two plates. These two are separated by distance D. Okay, next. Let plate A has positive charge and B has negative charge. This is the A plate and this is B plate. This plate A has positive charge and plate B has negative charge. Here plus sigma be the surface charge density of plate A. This is plus sigma be the surface charge density of plate A. Minus sigma be the surface charge density of plate B. Now E be the electric field between those plates. This is the E nothing but electric field between these two plates. We know that E is equals to sigma by epsilon naught. Consider this as equation number 1. But E is equals to V by D. So from this we can written as V is equals to ED. Consider this as equation number 2. Substituting equation 1 in equation 2, we get V is equals to sigma by epsilon naught into D. So but sigma is equals to Q by A. Surface charge density. Sigma is equals to Q by A. This is consider this as equation number 3. Now substituting equation 3 in equation 2, we get V is equals to Q by epsilon naught A into D. Consider this as equation number 4. But C is equals to Q by V. So this is equation number 5. Substituting equation 4 in equation 5, we get C is equals to Q into epsilon by Q A into D. So Q gets cancels, C is equals to epsilon A by D. C is directly proportional to A. So this can be written as, here C is proportional to A and C is proportional to 1 by D or inversely proportional to D. Now effect of dielectric on capacitance, or another name capacitance of parallel plate capacitor with dielectric slab. Now here this is first plate A, this is another plate B. These two plates are separated by distance D. We are introducing a dielectric slab in between the parallel plate capacitor. Let A and B be two parallel plate capacitors. This is A and this is B. These two are the parallel plates. So A and B be two parallel plate capacitors. There is a vacuum or air filled between the two plates. We know that C naught is equals to epsilon naught A by D. Consider this is equation number 1. Here C naught be the capacitance of parallel plates in vacuum or air. Okay. Epsilon naught be the absolute permittivity of the free space. A be the area and D be the distance of separation between the plates. Here A nothing but area and D nothing but distance of separation between the plates. These two plates are separated by distance D. Now let us introduce a dielectric slab between the plates. Let T be the thickness of dielectric slab. Let us apply the electric field E naught bar to dielectric slab between the two plates. So due to polarization by applied electric field E naught, equal and opposite charges appear on the two faces of the electric slab. These induced charges are able to rise induced electric field EP, which is equal and opposite to the applied electric field. So then result field or reduced value of electric field is E is equals to E naught minus EP. Here E is equals to E naught minus EP exists in the region of thickness, that is D minus T. Now potential difference between two plates of capacitor is V is equals to E naught into D minus T plus ET. Consider this as equation number 2. But K is equals to E naught by E. So from this E is equals to E naught by K. This is equation number 3. So substituting equation 3 in equation 2, we get V is equals to E naught into D minus T plus E naught by K into T. So V is equals to, this can be written as, taking E naught as a common, the remaining is D minus T plus T by K. This is equation number 4. We know that epsilon naught is equals to sigma by epsilon naught. So that is equals to sigma nothing but Q by A by epsilon naught. So that is equals to, this can be written as Q by epsilon naught into A. Consider this is equation number 5. Substituting equation 5 in equation 4, we get V is equals to Q by epsilon A into D minus T plus T by K. Consider this as equation number 6. But C is equals to Q by V. This is equation number 7. Substituting 6 in 7, we get C is equals to epsilon A by D minus T plus T by K. Consider this equation number 8. So C is equals to epsilon A by, taking D here common, 1 minus T by D plus T by D K. Consider this as equation number 9. Substituting 1 in 9, we get C is equals to C naught by 1 minus T by D plus T by D K. So C by C naught is equals to 1 by 1 minus T by D of 1 minus 1 by K. So consider this is equation number 10. It is clear that C is greater than C naught. So capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor increases on introduction of dielectric slab between the plates of the capacitor. Okay. So capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor increases on introduction of a dielectric slab between the plates of the capacitor. If you place the dielectric slab in between the plates of the capacitor, then capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor is increases. So now note, if T is equals to D, then C is equals to C naught by 1 by K, or this can be written as C is equals to K into C naught. So K is equals to C by C naught, that is dielectric constant. Now I will discuss MCQs. Formula for capacitance of parallel plate capacitor with the dielectric slab is C is equals to epsilon naught A by D minus T plus T by K, and C is equals to epsilon A by D minus T plus K by T, and C is equals to D minus T plus T by K by epsilon naught A, and last option is C is equals to epsilon A by D plus T by K. So formula for capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor with dielectric slab is C is equals to epsilon A by D minus T plus T by K. So first option is correct. Next. Capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor is C is equals to D by epsilon naught A, and C is equals to epsilon A by D, and C is equal to epsilon A by D minus T plus T by K, and C is equals to epsilon A by epsilon plus A by D. So, capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor is C is equals to epsilon A by D. Next, now we'll discuss combination of capacitors. Combination of capacitors. First, capacitors in series. See, this is the circuit diagram for capacitors are in series. C1, C2, C3 are connected in series, and these two are connected to the battery. Let us connect three capacitors in series between two terminals A and B through a battery. Initially, the plates of the capacitor are uncharged. Now, let Q be the charge to the left plate of the capacitor C1. See, this is the Q charge. Q be the left plate of the capacitor C1. Due to electric field, this positive charge pulls negative charge up to the right plate of capacitor, that is C1. Till the electric field lines begins from the left plate and end on the right plate. Now, therefore, the right plate of C1 acquires negative charge, that is minus Q charge. This negative charge comes from the left plate of C2 through the wire connected to them. Therefore, the left plate of C2 becomes positively charged with a positive charge. So, the right plate of C2 acquires negative charge as explained for capacitor C1. Similarly, capacitor C3 charged with a positive charge on the left plate and a negative charge on the right plate. So, thus each capacitor has same charge when they are connected in series. So, let V be the potential difference across the arrangement and will be divided as V1, V2 and V3. So, this is the potential difference V across the arrangement and will be divided as V1, V2, V3. Let C1, C2, C3 be the capacitors connected in order. V is equals to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Consider this as equation number 1. But V is equal to Q by C, V1 is equal to Q by C1. So, V2 is equals to Q by C2 and V3 is equals to Q3 by C3. V is equal to Q by C. So, from this V1 is equal to Q1 by C1, V2 is equals to Q2 by C2, V3 is equal to Q3 by C3. This is equation number 2. So, substituting 2 in equation 1, equation 2 in equation 1, we get Q by C is equals to Q by C1 plus Q by C2 plus Q by C3. So, Q gets cancels, 1 by C is equals to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. So, if n capacitors are connected in series, then 1 by C is equal to sigma I is equals to 1 to n 1 by C I. Note, if two capacitors are in series, 1 by C is equals to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. Then you can write it as C is equals to C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. Okay. Capacitors in parallel. So, now in this diagram, C1, C2, C3 capacitors are connected in parallel and these two are connected to the battery. From the diagram, there are three capacitors of different capacitance C1, C2 and C3 connected in parallel. When a potential difference V is applied across A and B, all capacitors have equal potential difference V across them. So, since each capacitor has the same potential difference across it, So it is in a position to store charge according to its capacity. Hence, capacitors have different amounts of charges Q1, Q2 and Q3. So, therefore, Q is equals to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. Consider this as equation number 1. We know that Q is equals to CV. So, Q1 is equal to C1V plus Q2 is equal to C2V plus Q3 is equals to C3 into V. Consider this as equation number 2. So, substituting equation 2 in equation 1, we get CV is equals to C1 plus C2 plus C3 of V. V gets cancels. Then C is equals to C1 plus C2 plus C3. So, if n capacitors are connected in parallel, then C is equals to sigma I is equals to 1 to n Ci. Now, we will discuss MCQs. Formula for effective capacitance of different capacitors when connected in parallel combination. C is equals to C1 plus C2 plus C3 and so on. C is equals to C1 into C2 into C3 into and so on. And 1 by C is equals to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3 plus and so on. Next one, 1 by C is equal to 1 by C1 into 1 by C2 into 1 by C3 into and so on. So, formula for effective capacitance of different capacitors when connected in parallel combination is C is equals to C1 plus C2 plus C3 plus and so on. Okay, first option is correct. Next, formula for effective capacitance of different capacitors when they are connected in series combination. First option is C is equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3 and so on. Second option is C is equal to C1 into C2 into C3 into and so on. Third option is 1 by C is equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3 plus and so on. And the fourth option is 1 by C is equal to 1 by C1 into 1 by C2 into 1 by C3 into and so on. So, formula for effective capacitance of different capacitors when they are connected in series combination is 1 by C is equals to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3 plus and so on. So, the third option is correct. Okay. Thanks for watching this video.